We're back, baby. Welcome back to the EVO 2023 Community Showcase, and we are here with some awesomeness to give you one of the first games here that put EVO on the map. So you know you got to put some respect on that name. That's why me and Cujo cater out here to give you some top 6 action for Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo, the GOAT, one of my favorite games of all time. And you know, I'm just rocking here, running on fumes of what energy I have left of all we've given to the Community Showcase, you and I, Kate. But us, the dynamic duo here, we are ready to throw down and ready to get it. We got players ready. We know you've been patiently waiting to get this Super Turbo action, this fast-paced awesomeness. We're ready to roll.
That's right. Here we are at Evolution. 82 players in this fantastic Super Turbo tournament. We are going to go through our top 6 today. And starting it off, we're going to have Makiti versus Silent Scope, Ken and Cammy.
Now, we all know Silent Scope. Steven is an amazing person, does great work for the community, has done amazing stuff to put Capcom vs. SNK 2 on the map. But if you haven't seen his Cammy in Super Turbo, get ready for a show here. He is the excellence in execution here that we're going to see. On the other side, the one-player side, we've got Makiti Ken, and he's got that swag. He's got that new Ken rocking, you know, shades of Anakin, Madsen, some of those gods that we've seen doing, and he takes the first round there, checking with a low forward. Now, Kate, I love new Ken. New Ken, I mean, even though it's kind of like a 30-year-old Ken, this Ken is godlike and has so many tricks of the trade to do. Let's see what he gets in the corner with.
That's right, a little bit of stress in the corner there. Silent Scope trying to figure out, there we go. Getting a safe way out there, hooligan slide.
Yeah, the hooligan slide reverses it. Ooh, hooligan throw, watch out for that. Silent Scope is so sneaky with the throws and the hooligan combination, and you see he was back in the corner like it was going to be there. 0 pixels left, chips it out.
That's right.
Comeback denied, Kate.
And the chip gets that round 4, Makiti. So first game over to Ken.
And just so you know, Kate, we got to tell them this is a 3 out of 5 set for this tournament because as you saw in that first fight, this game happens fast.
That's absolutely right. The damage is massive too in Street Fighter 2. So here we go. Once again, forward throw there, big damage, 2 of them right in a row.
Yeah, and he gets some Okazeme after that, but this time backs off the pressure a little bit. And now Makiti dealing with a 60% life lead here, but the Silent Scope's walking him down.
That's right. Oh, okay, we've got a little bit of Tatsu to give himself a little bit of breathing room out of that corner there. Strong projectile game on the ground. Okay, nice block there. Spiral arrow closes the distance.
Yeah, cannon spike there. Good read there. And then jumps over the light Shoryuken. Knew he was going to miss him. And, that was deep. And will it beat up the chip? No, it is not.
Awesome stuff. The chip did not work this time. Silent Scope grabs that round.
And that's an excellent punish there because it's a very tight window to get where Ken lands after that super. So that was just an excellent on-point punish there for Silent Scope to get his first round on the board there.
Cannon spike just a little out of the way there, but forward throw there for Ken, getting some extra damage.
And did you see that? After the throw there, canceling that jumping fierce into that Tatsu. If that hits, that is stun city, or as you like to say, damage town.
That's right. Damage town. Oh my goodness.
Sneaky with the hooligan throw.
Right. Going for that back throw.
Oh, wake up DP, no dice.
Both characters have full resources on both sides. Keeping up that projectile, you know, because that's only a little bit of chip damage there, but the jump in closes it out.
Yeah, really close round there. Makiti taking it there. I want to point out, too, something for, just give you guys a little advice there for some Super Turbo help here on managing fireballs, because managing fireballs is key to being godlike at this game.
Yes.
Okay, so while Ken gets that throw there, then let's see what comes after that. Okay, reversal with the DP there, but it is a safe jump. Now, if you neutral jump through the fireballs stay on the screen longer, which means that the character throwing the fireball cannot throw another fireball until that fireball clears. But sometimes you'll mistime it on the neutral jump by slowing the speed down, and Makiti takes it to steal this with a 2-0 lead.
Oh, that's right. We are 2-0
That applies in other games, too, by the way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's why you neutral jump fireballs, because it stays on the screen longer, so you can take a few extra steps.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Close that gap a little bit.
Because you know, I mean, this is as close to bullet hell as it gets with fireball pressure and Super Turbo.
Oh, absolutely.
Walking forward with the neutral jumps, good stuff. Then he finds the opening and takes it. Good stuff by Silent Scope there.
Okay, a little bit of pressure in the corner, backing off a little bit there, keeping up that fireball pressure once again.
I like how Silent Scope is challenging those light Shoryukens. Those light Shoryukens are very hard to punish. In some ways, Ken can spam them and they're safe on block when it comes near. It's good pressure.
Okay, a little bit of trade on that spiral arrow there. Oh, the anti-air with the uppercut.
Yeah, now Makiti here on match point to make it further to qualify for the winners final. Where we got on the other side, we got Choi against Frank Punches of the Handsome Boys.
Okay, Cammy chasing Ken down into the corner there. Great use of normals.
Yeah, the stand medium kick, such an underrated poke. And there's that hooligan again.
That's right, great command grab job there, and that's it, boom.
What a hooligan. Now, if you don't know that Silent Scope could stare down a 2-0 deficit and run it all the way back,
Ooh.
if you don't think
Whoa.
Silent Scope can do that, you don't know this guy too well.
Yeah.
He has pulled some amazing comebacks I've seen before.
Okay, a little bit of caution right there. Nice stuff with the anti-airs.
Now, both players are on point with hitting them links, too.
That's right.
Oh, there's that hooligan again.
There it is. Massive amount of damage there, and that super will chip. There you go. That is going to be 2 on the board there. Silent Scope grabbing a game.
Love to see it there. Exactly. Like, he is so on point with the spacing of the hooligans and exactly with the punishes as well. So, Makiti's going to go from a gi change here. He's going to change over to the lime green. Does it make a difference? I don't know. It looks
That's
more
right. Green
attractive
for
to me.
good luck.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
hey, there you go. Yeah. You're going to need all of it in Super Turbo. Oh, you see the spinning knuckle
That's
and
right. The
almost
spinning
connected.
knuckle right on through that projectile there. A little bit of sweep work.
Yeah, the timing's a little tricky. I mean, it's not as godlike as it is in SF6.
Right.
But it is still like a pretty good thing to have in your pocket there. And Silent Scope does a great job of making use of all the resources there. Oh, but Makiti got that fireball pressure. Now
That's
we're looking
right.
at match point, yo.
Yeah, a little bit of mix up between the fireballs, you know, heading over laterally, and then the sweeps on the ground there. You know, a lot of active stuff on the screen. There we go. Nice little mix up into the back throw.
Yeah, when Silent Scope's back is against the wall. I mean, just like the game named after his namesake, he is aiming straight for the dome. He's not going to go
That's
down in
right,
the losers
yeah.
bracket easy. Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
nice stuff there with the cannon spike blocking that uppercut.
Yeah, safe jump city and gets a
There we
trade with the
go.
low medium kick. Cammy's got one of the best ones alongside Chun-Li and Claw, and it definitely means business there. But Makiti is like, you got to respect my dragon punches.
That's right, and he is sitting on match point right now. Oh, that's a stun.
Oh,
and,
no.
Oh, drops it. Here we go. We have a
Yeah.
chance.
That Shoryuken would have been kill. Would have been big kill.
Ken's working on a perfect.
Let's see.
Oh, the
and
trade. Great stuff there for Makiri now. Silent Scoop does have another chance. He will be in the loser side of this top 6 finale bracket here.
For sure, and we look forward to seeing
At
more. We
Evo.
look forward to seeing more of his work in the losers bracket that he does. He's just phenomenal. But shout outs to Makiri Ken, really standing his ground, understanding use of sequences, the buttons there, using the throws, the safe jumps, and just more things. I'm really excited to see this form of Ken in the top 6 at Evo.
Yes.
And I'm hopeful to see more cooking coming your way. But now we got another heavy hitting matchup here.
That's right.
We got two legends coming your way here.
That's right.
We
John,
got
John Choi.
the one and only John Choi.
Frank Punches.
Now, we saw Choi yesterday coming off an unbelievable effort from Boss
Right, that's
to get
right.
that bracket reset in Alpha 2.
And Alpha 2.
Both players, sticks on the floor, throwing down. I mean, you and me, Kate, that was an amazing grand finals. And
It
please
was.
check that out over on the Net Battles, VOD if you can. That was a great grand finale. So John Choi, legendary NorCal. I mean, you all know the name here. He has taught so many of us and shown us the way.
Actually, and even before that, before the top 6, it was Vicky Viper versus John even to get into the top 6. So they let us see that, and that was amazing too. That was a
special
really
match,
close,
yeah.
very close match.
Yeah, watch it. Well, Vicky's gotten so much better, especially with that sock roll on the way. Now, over on the other side, we got Frank Punches of the Handsome Boys Super Turbo stable. Shout outs to Andy Ma. You know, I've always wanted to be a member of them as well, but I think I need to drop a few pounds and maybe change my drip a little bit. But
Oh my goodness.
I'm kidding. I don't think I'm tall enough to be a member, but yeah. There we go. But see, I mean, look at how well dressed this guy is.
Absolutely.
He comes like when we get to the player cam, you'll see, man. He comes dressed for the occasion.
Yeah.
You know, he's got kind of that like Kate. He's got kind of that Four Horsemen kind of vibe. You know.
Very good. Yes.
So yeah, this is going to be a Ryu mirror here.
That's right.
Frank Punches is rocking the all-white Street Fighter 2 hyper fighting look, and Choi Boy is rocking the black with the yellow bandana.
A little bit more of a neutral pace at the beginning of this game here. Nice Tatsu, you know, trying to build up a little bit of meter.
And you're seeing how the neutral jump goes, and they get a little bit more time in the air by canceling with the Tatsu on the downward trajectory. And that's going to allow for them to, get a little bit more
that
space.
super's going to connect. Tatsu carrying the way over, and here we go, going for the sweep.
Ryu's got the best super in the game. You have to respect it. You're going to see some extra pressure here, like sweep to fireball. This is the only Street Fighter game, I think, where you can do that.
And that was going to be very close for the damage. Ooh, coming down. John lands on the tail end of that fireball. So round is going to head over to
Yeah, they used
Choi.
all 86 seconds of that. So
That's right.
if you like your 86 seconds of fireball exchanges, you've come to the right place. Well, of course, this is Evo. You got to bring it.
That's right. John having a very strong fireball game. Here we go, starting it. And they're getting closer and closer there.
Oh, great
Nice
anti-air by
anti-air.
Choi.
Absolutely. And that crouching strong is such a great move traditionally for Ryu in a majority of versions of Street Fighter.
Using that fireball invincibility to get that super again
Yes.
to take back Frank punches, and Choi Boy now goes up 1-0.
That's right. John gets that first game.
Very, very impressive there. But don't count out Frank punches. I saw this guy do an incredible job over at Fight Kingdom in Seattle. And also, I mean, he had an amazing performance there as well, where we actually had like a 24-person team battle in the
Wow.
hotel lobby of the Marriott. It was epic.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, and Frank punches was a big part of that doing work. I got some wins in there too, so I'm happy with that.
Nice strong jump in there for Frank Punches, forcing John into the corner there. John getting out with the jumping medium kick.
Yeah, exchanging those three pieces, the jump in, the connection into the fireball there on point. Works out for Choi, but you got to be careful when you get that jump in and that stand fierce, that fireball. That's a hell of an awesome conversion.
That's right, keeping up that pressure right now. Frank Punches using projectiles to his advantage.
See, they're using a flurry of all three special moves, but they're using it for positioning.
Right.
Yeah, that air Tatsu, they're canceling on the hurricane kick on the way up to be able to get that trajectory to go further. It's kind of like using like a super jump just to advance further on screen.
Okay, using those Tatsus in the air, John accesses the super.
Choi's got super though, be careful. He's got a little bit more before Frank gets his super filled.
Oh, that's great. Fantastic anti-air on the air Tatsu, and John is going to be going up 2-0.
Yeah, Choi did a great recognition there of seeing the desired side switch and then being able to go around it and take it down. You were seeing Choi put it on a masterclass here, but Frank Punches has the technique. Do not count this guy out. He knows what he's doing with this character.
Absolutely.
And he is definitely going to prove his worth here.
And this is the thing, this is a very high damage game. So the few hits that we are seeing right now leads to tremendous damage over time. Okay, both resources 100% full on both sides.
Oh, and connection. I don't
that
know
is
what
it.
Frank Punches woke up with, but he needs to wake up and get this together and turn it around, or else he's going to be on the business end of a
That's
3-0.
right. This is match point here for John Choi.
Love that side switch there by Choi. But
Ryu
good-
down about 70%.
Yeah, now Frank Punches in the corner there. He's got to hang on a bit. And there's really some crazy like science around these fireballs. Like for instance, blocking a light one, which allows for the advantage to go after a fierce one after. But Choi takes it 3-0 in this Ryu duel. And one thing that I love is like being able to turn fireballing into an art and
Yes.
showing like the kind of tricks that go around it. Like for instance, if someone blocks a light fireball, you can follow up with a fierce one and it'll hit actually nearly meaty. So those kind of things people do. And then also back in classic Street Fighter 2, you would see people have objects or items on the screen that would allow for fireball loops to come and get those repeated block strings with those projectiles. And it's fascinating how it just looks so much like a bullet hell.
Right.
Like you are playing Ikaruga on 2 hours of sleep sometimes. It looks that bad. If you know, you know. I got
crazy.
some people looking at me like Ikaruga. I only beat 2 levels of that. That's all I got to say about that game.
Absolutely. Our next match here, we are going to have Climax, a fantastic boxer player here versus Silent Scope. We just saw him a little bit earlier playing against Makiti.
Yeah, this is going to be a button
Cammy.
check here. So Silent Scope is a Cammy player, but Climax, not to be discounted here. This guy has one combo breaker back in 2019, and he's only gotten better with his boxer and boxer shenanigans out there. So it's going to be a slugfest between
right.
Cammy and boxer. I'm actually a big fan of this matchup as well.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. You know, we are going to have a more traditional Street Fighter character here versus a new challenger.
And Silent
A
Scope
30-year-old new challenger.
Hey, yeah.
That's it.
So Silent Scope does try to see if he can link standing light kick, standing short into Shinku Hadouken, and he showed it off, and that looked cool. But also, the reason why he's one of the real MVPs of this community is it's very hard to switch levels in this game.
Okay.
Because unless someone picks DJ and then gets defeated with DJ, we're going to continue to be on DJ's stage.
Oh, very good. I see.
Right. So the reset. So Silent Scope reset the super gun going into menu mode,
So we can
get a new level.
refresh it.
Right. And now we're
Very
playing
nice.
on Ken's stage.
Okay, a little bit of pressure there in the corner. Headbutt on the way out. Using those dash punches. Super pushing Cammy further into the corner there.
Yeah, trying to get him right to the center of the screen. You see where Nerd Josh over there is cheering us on?
Haha, that's it.
I see you, Josh.
Very good.
Oh,
Okay,
that
that's
hooligan
it.
again gets that
Man.
Hurricane Rana.
Okay, that is going to be first round on the board is going to head over to Silent Scope. Okay, spinning knuckle, keeping that pressure up.
And that's good pressure down. One of the things here is that the Achilles heel for Boxer here is that a lot of his stuff, his pressure can get stuffed by a really good medium kick. And Cammy's got one of the low medium kick. And Cammy's got one of the best ones in the game.
That's
Arguably
right.
as good as Chun-Li's.
Just like you said right there, that's a crouching strong. That's that crouching medium kick Chris was just talking about. Spiral arrow.
That's right, and he
Closes
keeps
it
that
out.
pressure safe there because you saw Climax trying to do a reversal headbutt
Right.
to get out of the way, and it completely whips him. Now, he's going to approach this matchup very similar to how Chun-Li would do it, where what you want to do is you want to walk forward and continue using that low forward to continue pressing on and stuffing a lot of Boxer's pressure. So you want him to, and it really it really can be discouraging sometimes, but it also makes sure that you have complete ownership of the X-axis. So you make them think twice about dashing straight on you or going low.
You know, and that's one thing we really have to see. The cannon spikes, even if they aren't connecting, the recovery on those cannon spikes is fast enough for Cammy basically to land on the ground and block, even though Boxer is hitting jab.
That's right.
She's still blocking it.
Yep, and that's because Silent Scope just spaces it so well because he's run it so well like clockwork here. And he is almost there. Oh, good headbutt. Reaction against the hooligan. That's not easy to do. Headbutt
Okay,
again.
Here we go. Once again, getting the jump in.
Yeah, he's got to call that out.
Okay, now Boxer does,
Nothing he can do
I was
there.
gonna say, have access to the super, but there we go. Okay, Silent Scope is going to be up to.
We've got some trash talking going on here. I love it. I love this bantry. This is this is why I'm here. I'm here for all of that.
Okay,
I
here we
just
go.
love it when the two players just
No.
go at each other like this because this is definitely one of the games for it. Good hooligan there. Climax makes a mistake of standing. Again, got him again. That cross up there. We
That's
saw him
right,
get
little
that
bit of
three-piece
crossover
earlier.
combo. Now Cammy does have access to her super there.
And he knows how to combo into that thing, too. Got him in the corner to there.
Okay, Boxer. There we go. A little bit of a headbutt, you know, trying to, an active way to get out there. Go for the sweep, you know, heavy knockdown. Here we go. Here we go once again.
He got too close. You're too close. And you see that meter, and he was just ready to unleash that trap and get the chip to kill.
Now this is going to be match point here for Silent Scope.
Yeah, match point. And Climax is not an easy boxer to put away. I mean, some would say he's definitely one of the best in the U.S.
Absolutely.
At picking up those gloves. I mean, we've seen him do very strong performances across the Midwest FGC at tournaments like Combo
Okay, here we
Breaker and
go.
Frosties.
Forward throw, and what's the mix-up going to be? Keeping that pressure up on Cammy in the corner.
This is a great round from Climax.
Boom.
And then he's able to capture him with that sweep. Good poke there. Signs of life. Let's see if he can make this to a 2-1, the former Combo Breaker champion.
Okay, that's it. So we got the first round on the board there for Climax.
Yeah, low
Getting a little bit of breathing room.
I like how he low profiled that jump in there, and then he's able to get the corner as well. He can get a 2-1 here. Yes, he does.
Okay, so that does mean that the score is going to be 2 Boxer, 2 Cammy, 1 Boxer.
Yeah. And you got to watch out for that throw. I mean, that
Yes.
throw, like, he can continue to loop pressure around you and force you to guess, and also keep the pressure safe. So if you're doing reversals, supers, or any kind of that stuff that kind of gets through other stuff, I mean, any kind of invincible moves and such, like, he can be able to stay in the driver's seat, or he could just go low and repeat.
Now, speaking about the driver's seat, Cammy has Boxer in the corner there, going for that back throw.
Yeah, even after low profile in that hooligan combo, still able to get that.
And this game is just so dangerous with being in the corner with the amount of damage that it deals, and that is going to be it. So we see Silent Scope sitting on match point.
Match point, and he was using all pokes there, standing medium punch as well as standing medium kick. That's where Cammy's got good reach there and is able to extend further to where Boxer can't reach. But Climax is starting to pick up a little bit of momentum here, and he's got a life lead.
That's right, keeping up that pressure once again, going for that hooligan.
That hooligan is just too strong, as well as that throw. Yeah,
Okay.
beats him with the air-to-air, but Silent Scope responds.
Okay, and we have a round there for Climax. That is going to tie it 1 round apiece.
Yeah, that throw is very dangerous, and you see that Silent Scope is trying to deny that situation at all costs. Oh, misses the punish on the headbutt, though. And that throw is going to continue coming. If he gets a few of those, it's going to be too quick, Kate.
Going for that cross-up combo once again. Blocked spiral arrow by
Drops it.
Boxer.
Yeah, you can see Silent Scope's flinching a little bit on his stick, like, ugh, I had that one. Come on, he wants to put this one away, but takes that throw, and then he just shimmies on in with the roundhouse, because there's about like 6 or 8 different options that Boxer could do after that situation there. So, I mean, you just got to guess or do something there, and then Climax was really able to get in his comfort zone. Just like that, we're tied at 2-2.
That's right, we are tied 2-2. Super Turbo, these games go extremely quickly. High intensity, high octane, big damage, and especially these two characters are up close in your face characters. So
that's right. You got to be
That's
focused
right.
for this. You got to be ready, because anything can turn over on a dime, especially once Climax is able to land his throws. But back to the original strategy now. Silent Scope using a lot of that low medium kick, being able to stuff some of the pressure.
That's
He's
right.
like, I'm going to get real low on the X-axis, and that time the cross-up connects. Match point.
that's right, match point over here for Silent Scope. Okay, first hit recorded by Boxer.
Yeah, connecting on 2 of those dash uppers there. But Silent Scope walking forward, using that medium kick.
That's right.
Trying to
just like
continue
you
to
said.
stuff his action. It's a great way to approach this matchup.
Okay, that's it. Crushing medium into spiral arrow there. Patience in the corner, nice anti-air and walk under for Cammy.
Yeah, he's getting over to the other side, but every time Climax has landed a throw, it's been some bad news. And there with the super, that evens it up. 2
That's
fights
right.
apiece, 1 round apiece. We got 99 seconds to decide who survives.
That's right. Now, whoever wins this will continue further into this top 6 winners, or I'm sorry, top 6
Losers.
finales
Yes.
bracket, and whoever loses will go home.
Oh, the hooligan
that's
start.
right. A little bit of a mix-up with the command grab there.
Oh,
and
man.
cross-up. What's going to happen?
Oh,
my
are you
goodness.
kidding me?
That's right. Invincibility goes right through.
Woo.
And Silent Scope closes it out. Unbelievable. Fantastic
The
stuff.
exchange,
Crazy.
how they just passed through like 2 strangers who were not tied at 2 fights apiece.
That's
What
right,
a
2
scramble,
ships.
but it ends with that medium kick,
That's
stopping the Boxer's momentum. Unbelievable fight.
That's
Like,
crazy.
amazing rally and comeback from Climax, being able to stay around in that fight, and we've seen him fight with the dog in him all the way. Once he started landing in some of those throws, you knew it was going to be trouble, and he tied it up to the last round. But in the end, Silent Scope, excellence with that Cammy, able to move forward and then finally cap it off with that low forward after that exchange, advancing it. Advancing it 3-2 to take it further. He advances over to the losers semifinals, where Frank Punches was actually eliminated off stream by Enforcer. Now, Enforcer, let me tell you a story about that guy. He does a lot of work. I've seen him do great stuff over in Texas Showdown. He did, I believe he finished 3rd or 2nd at last year's Texas Showdown, which was won by Sprite Mix.
Right.
And then
right.
also, we were there. And
Yes.
then also the in 2019, when I did the top 8 finals with James Chen, Enforcer was sent to losers in the 2nd round of the Super Turbo tournament of Texas Showdown and fought all the way, going the distance
Yeah.
against great players like Jumpsuit Jesse, C Vital, and some other of the heavy hitters from the H-Town area. You know, I love you guys in Texas. And he was able to really put on a historic losers bracket run and make it all the way. So don't count out Enforcer and how he's able to put together. And oh wait, let's have a correction here. We did not have Frank Punches or Enforcer happen. I got my info wrong. My apologies to
No,
Frank
you're right.
Punches.
It's right here. Frank Punches and Enforcer.
Yeah, it was originally reported that Enforcer had advanced. So it's okay.
Oh, very good, very good.
Thank you for the correction, Vampire Arcadia. We appreciate you. We love you. But we want to give you this match here. So we're going to give Frank Punches a fighting chance to represent the handsome boys on the West Coast and get down to business. So this is going to be an awesome heavy-hitting affair now. And Enforcer, I believe, on the end, you're going to see I think this might be a Ryu mirror.
Okay.
If I recall correctly.
Right. Well, it's going to be very interesting, too, because we're going to have an arcade stick and the pad is introduced also.
Yes, he is a pad player.
Very rare to see for this game.
And that's what I love about how we cater to newer players as well. Because even though we are playing on the tried and true CPS2 Supergun setup, we have USB ports that make it accessible for you to play with leverless controllers or pads to get the job done. Now, this is going to be a Ryu mirror here. We're going to update the names for you as well. Now, from what I believe, I think Frank Punches is going to be the all-white hyper-fighting Ryu, and Enforcer is the lime green, if I recall correctly.
Okay, you know what? And the amazing thing is this game, compared to the game that we just saw with Climax and Silent Scope, a lot more neutral heavy, a little bit slower pace of the game. You know, we're introducing projectiles back onto the screen again, so it's going to take a little bit longer. Damage just as huge, but a little bit of a more of a methodical, slower pace game.
Well, you're also going to see more reliance on supers. I mean, it's really going to be a race to who can get to the first super as well as who's dealing with those with the fireball damage. So Frank Punches there, uses. Oh, did you see that? Oh man, the way Frank Punches did the light shooter, you can through the Shinku Hadouken, only taking one hit, and we take those trades, but just not enough there for Enforcer to claim that round there. Pretty exciting first rounds for both players there. I like how that stand roundhouse works. A very, very solid, heavy-hitting anti-air.
That's right. A little bit of pressure here in the corner. Fireball pressure. You can hear the music speeding up there, and boom, that is going to be it.
Frank Punches finds that opportunity and jump in, and that's what I like so much about him and how it puts together is like he really he's very patient.
Yes.
And he finds the right opportunities to get the job done. And that's really how he does it and maintains it with excellence. Oh, by the way, Seth Killian's here. Awesome. Shout out.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, there
very
he is,
good.
man. Domination 101. Love the guy. All right.
Nice
I'm always happy
break
to see him here as well.
There you go. Another uppercut there right around the fireball. Invincibility on startup.
Yeah, it gets that jumping roundhouse in there deep. High frame advantage. This is good corner pressure for Frank Punches. Oh, there we go, right through the fireball. But only hits once. Yeah, doesn't get full of all of it. And likewise, takes the first hit and DPs right through it. That is beautiful stuff.
But great stuff with the awareness of that super, using the invincibility on startup of the uppercut. Super, no damage at all.
It's got more utility than it may appear. It's not just a damage dealer. It also really gets Ryu out of a lot of difficult situations in this game. His and Chun-Li's are the strongest in the game just because of how many tricks and nuances that come with it. This is a good round from Enforcer here.
That's right, and that is it, Frank. Going to lose that round there. Enforcer right on the board.
Yeah, Enforcer very solid at sticking around there, but...
Okay, Enforcer playing pretty aggressively. We're seeing more moving forward there, but here comes Frank Punches, throwing Enforcer into the corner.
But no one throws baby in the corner. Enforcer immediately jumps out of that situation. He's not having any of that. And then moves the screen backwards to land on that fireball. That's a veteran tactic there. Enforcer can punch in his first ticket there. He's got the super. They both have super. So it's going to happen.
Oh,
it's
cross-up Tatsu and jumping.
Oh! Enforcer with the call-out. My man had the wild draw forward. Enforcer busted the reverse. That's how we Uno up in here, and we're tied Uno.
That's right, 1-1, Enforcer and Frank
I didn't
Punches.
even intend that pun, by the way. That was totally accidental. That's the Red Bull in me talking. Okay.
That's right. Shout outs to Red Bull, Razor, Crunchyroll, Chipotle for this fantastic tournament here. And of course, this is community games.
And for those of you who want to know how awesome Super Turbo is and what it does for the fighting game community, it's like the Chipotle secret menu. Keep that in mind. Okay, I'm seeing a little commitment in the air. Just the Tatsu's going a little too high, a little too heavy on the Mr. Yukins there, leading some punishes.
Blocks the uppercut.
Yeah, now they're going to tighten, get a little bit closer down on the ground here.
Oh, activates the super. Great blocking there for Enforcer.
Yeah, that jump was a little too safe there.
Life is roughly the same on both sides. Watch out.
My man's got the corner. He don't need the drive impact. He just needs that 2-3-6 punch to get the job done and punch his way towards, inch his way towards a life lead.
And that is it. Enforcer gets that round.
Yeah, you got to respect that safe jump. When those
Strong
roundouts hit
jumping.
steep,
Good
mad
stuff.
strong.
That's right. Big damage there for 2 hits.
It's getting closer. He's pushing here.
That's right. Yeah.
They are fighting for some real estate here.
That's right. Fighting for real estate at the center of the stage. Very important. Pushing your opponent into the corner there. And Frank in the corner right now.
Enforcer needed that hurricane kick on the way down to get over that fireball. He would have landed on it. So you got to adjust your hitbox just a little bit. Oh, almost to confirm. That would have put away Frank punches.
That's right. You know, chip damage so huge and important at this point of the game where life is so low. And the crouching strong. Gonna close it out. There you go. Enforcer 2. Frank punches 1.
Yeah, Enforcer coming back with 2 straight victories there. Let's see what kind of adaptation Frank punches is going to take there. Enforcer looking determined there with his PlayStation 2 controller. One of the best controllers for fighting games, honestly.
That's right.
It really is. We've seen people have amazing
It fits
performances.
your hand
with Evo.
real nice.
It really does, yeah. I mean, I am a fan of the new DualSense, but the PS2 is the tried and true.
Yeah. Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did it with the PS1 controller. I mean, very similar D-pad and all that.
Oh, right
what a
over
jump
that
in!
Super. Ooh,
But he takes the throw.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's a Super Turbo special. You take the jump in, but you still get the throw there because of how the hit stun is put together. That's heads-up awareness from Frank Punches. Good round.
Okay, Tatsu to strong jump. Okay, very aggressive fireball battle on the stage now.
And there we go. Got the
Wow,
jump in.
that's a
Got
very
the
strong
3-piece
free
with a
hits there.
biscuit because you know it's getting salty.
Very good. Okay,
Ooh.
Frank working with the super right now. Keeping that fireball pressure up once again, just out of range of the roundhouse there.
Oh, baby.
That's right, 3-hit right back there, Enforcer.
And he connects it. And that's why Enforcer is rocking that guacamole green gi because you know he's extra.
Absolutely there. Strong ground gameplay. Trying to get a little bit of action there on the jump in.
I love sweep to fireball. Please bring that back. Please. I'm not even a replay. I'd just be happy to see it. Even if I get hit and lose a round to it or a
That's
tournament
right.
to it, I'm
Super's
down.
going to make 100% connection there.
Yeah, right through the fireball there.
A
He's
little bit
just
of a sweep on the hard knockdown.
being able to call out that fireball in that moment there. Frank Punch has got a great life lead and
Great
closes it
anti-air.
out. 2-2. I love this. This is why I love Super Turbo, man. It gets down to that 5th fight when it's just raw desperation. People are reaching in for the back of their spirit to try to see how they can rewrite the book of footsies in their own image.
That's it. And we have taken it to 2 games apiece here. Whoever wins will go further into the loser's bracket. Who loses will be heading home.
That's right. And it's like you're trying to find out which is the better version of Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. What do you know? You like the Dragon Flute or the Saba Sword? Let us know in the chat, baby.
Nice anti-air on the Tatsu.
Yeah, low profiles with the anti-air sweep there. Good stuff from Enforcer.
There you
Text
go.
the throw.
Yep. Throw breaks
Text
there.
another one as well, but that gives Enforcer just enough for a life lead.
Okay, a little bit of trade on the ground.
Oh.
Magic Pixel doesn't matter. Goes in there, closes out the rest of that damage. Frank gets that point.
Yeah, that overhead is brutal in there. And Frank Punches kicks it off with another triple damage there, triple hit. Got the red fireball there, all red, all day.
Okay, strong jump in there. Going for the three
Brilliant,
hits.
brilliant. Frank Punches closes it out.
Unbelievable stuff. Awesome stuff there for Frank. And
Excellent.
Enforcer, fantastic Ryu play. You know, just at the very end there, you know, wasn't able to close out those last two rounds, but very, very strong Ryu.
You
82 strong Super Turbo players here, and Enforcer made it all this way.
Yeah, and I love that. And I love it when Super Turbo has been able to manage like 50 to 80 person bracket. Like, we got a lot of heads of people who are really dedicated to just being a part of fighting game history and being able to write just a whole new image of it. And this game never gets old. This game is immortal, and we're always seeing just new ways to maneuver and work around. So now we're going to head over to the winner's final here, where we've got Makiti versus Choi Boy here.
That's right. We're taking this back to Street Fighter 1, and that is going to be Ken and Ryu. So very interesting matchup here. Two extremely
Don't you wish we had those
competitors.
old buttons where you had to hit them as harder? No,
That's right. It's like rock 'em, sock 'em.
But yeah, we love the lore especially. Ken versus Ryu. I'm a fan of this matchup actually. Ken's got good advantage in speed and mix-ups. He's got that medium kick throw. He's got the juice kick where he can get a certain arc on his hurricane kick, which gives him it's a very high execution degree. But let's see where it goes from there. Choi Boy in the black, Makiri in the champion edition purple.
Okay, keeping that very aggressive style here, what we're seeing for Choi.
Yeah, for Ken, the name of this one is Rush Down, Rush Down, Rush Down. He's got to get some of his kick mix-ups in there, and he's got the very similar to how he does in Street Fighter 6. Kind of, if he gets you with an overhead or some of those things, I mean, you're going to have a bad time. But Choi is very familiar with this matchup as well.
Yes.
So we're seeing, because he's got better fireball pressure and the better super to rely on also.
Once again there with the crouching strong for Ryu, fantastic move, across multiple versions of Street Fighter. There we go. Nice stuff with the startup of the uppercut right through the projectiles.
Yeah, light Shoryuken as well. It is safe from that distance, unpunishable. Ken's got the advantage with the super here. A little bit of a light lead to Choi Boy, and walking forward, not enough to chip kill.
That's right, not enough to chip him out. Ken still has access to the super, but that last Shoryuken is going to close it out there. Makiri grabs a game, or sorry, a round.
Tripping on the fireball, just enough for Ken to get the job done here. So we're tied at 1 round apiece here. Makiri Ken with a juice kick there. That is that trajectory of that hurricane kick. Looks like a dive kick. I mean, both these players have great shenanigans. Both the characters have great shenanigans with their Tatsus as well.
Yes.
The difference being Ken connects with more stuff and mix-ups afterward. Ryu gets a hard knockdown with it. Also, in some setups, though, Ryu can get it above your head. Like old Ryu would have unblockable setups with the Tatsu as well that gets above your head. Oh, let's see. He got that jump in and connects. Shoryuken! Double the damage there. 1-0 Makiri.
That's right. He's going to grab it. And unbelievable stuff. Great confirm into super there. Closes it out. That is going to be...
Yeah, to get it from a jump in there, too, also.
1 round apiece, or 1 game apiece.
And
What's
keep
with
in
me
mind
mixing up games and rounds here?
For sure.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, strong projectile game. Neutral, slowing it down. These guys practically touching fists in the center of the screen there.
We were just watching 2 great players, highly skilled collide. Now Makiri's got the meter game first. Now he's got to be careful with the fireballs here, because if he gets one here and Choi Boy gets him trapped, we've seen how that can handle there. Makiri needs to find an entrance. He needs to get in. He needs to get his mix-ups going there, but Choi Boy is denying him. Oh, yeah, misses the Shoryuken there. Fierce into fireball.
That's right. 1-2 closes it out. John Choi, round on the board.
Yeah, John Choi would love to walk away from EVO here as both the champion of Alpha 2 and Super Turbo. And we are making sure that we are going to make him work for it.
Oh, Tatsu's his way right on out. Nice area there in the center of the screen.
Using the elevated arc to carry himself further a distance there. A little closer to Bob and the Whalers over there on the other side of the screen.
Okay, Ryu, damage is adding up here, and goes for the overhead.
But that side switch, I don't think I don't know who was more aware of that side switch there, but it was able for Choi Boy to set up with that overhead. And he's like, yeah, I knew where it would land. I knew that. I'm John Choi. Do you doubt me?
That's right, and that means we have taken it now to 2-1. John Choi with 2, Makiri with 1. Ken versus Ryu. Here we go.
It's getting close here. So Makiri taking the initiative there. The Ken player has to show aggression here. Has to get speed. Has to get those mix-ups. Has to get that kick throw in there, where he could be able to control some Okazeme, but great jumping from Choi.
That's right. Gives him right out of the corner there, working towards the center of the screen once again. Can take a little bit of damage from some of those projectiles. Nice work with the Tatsu and the crushing shorts.
He called that out.
And that was it,
The way Makiri called that out. He had the Shoryuken active before John Choi did the super. He predicted it and it paid off. That's just unbelievable.
That's right. Baited it right out, and that gave Makiri the round.
I mean, it's rare to see like clairvoyance like that in Street Fighter 2, but that's what it's all about here.
Unbelievable. Okay, strong projectile game, slowing down the pace of the game yet again. You know, sometimes that's the crazy thing about fighting games too. You know, you want a neutral pace, you want a more zoning pace, you want an aggressive, fast pace. So right now we're seeing a little bit of a more cautionary zoning. And there you go with the super.
Yeah, brilliant fireball work. That's going to put
Ties
Choi in the
rounds.
driver's seat here in match point. And I know to a lot of the stream viewers, these fireballs are downright terrifying to deal with. They just have them just press you down, and you are just staring down the barrel. You don't know what they have under their sleeve that they want to react with. Oh, we saw Makiri slips through the radar there of the anti-air, getting the side switch with the Tatsu and the medium kick throws. Gets a pair of them. Now he's got light bleed in a setup. Oh, but he backs away a little too much. Thinking the reversal was going to happen there.
That's right. Fireball damage is adding up here. Oh, okay. Good amount of chip damage off of that super.
Good block there from Makiri, but he overcommits.
That is it. So, Makiri gets knocked. Oh, not yet.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so it is 2-1.
Okay. It is now 2-2.
Yeah.
It is now 2-2. All right.
Woo, we are now tied at 2-2. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's like people complain about the metal
matches have been
stack
so
in Street
exciting.
Fighter 6, but in Super Turbo there is a lot going on, more than meets the eye that you'll ever know.
And we're going to switch that screen real quick.
It's going to take a glance over the players here. Okay.
Perfect.
50% life lead here. Makiri has, Choi Boy has the super on deck. He could chip him out right there. It is guaranteed.
That's right. That chip damage added right up, and
now Choi is on match point,
That's
just
right.
like that after some good fireballing. Let's see how Makiri will respond here. Will he be able to force another round here in the winner's final, or will Choi take it further into grand finals there?
okay, strong projectile game on the ground once again. Okay, a little bit of
Apologies,
a trade
the
on
score
the
is
ends
actually 2-1 Choi.
Okay, 2-1 Choi here. All right. So Makiri headed on. Is the super enough? It is.
Fantastic stuff. Going into grand finals, that is John Choi. You know, a very a spot that he's used to being in because he was just there in Alpha 2 yesterday.
I cannot speak highly enough of that grand finals for Alpha 2. I mean, it was if you could ask a commentator to call like the best match for Alpha 2, like a heavyweight battle to throw down, absolutely excellent. Now Makiri is in the loser's final now.
That's right.
And will face off against the winner of Frank Punches and Silent Scope to see who will advance. But the question is, Makiri needs to ask himself, am I enough?
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. And
I had to do it.
and we are going to have, that is it, Frank versus a Silent Scope here. So that means it's going to be Ryu versus Cammy.
Ryu versus Cammy. This is a fun matchup. I love it because Cammy is built by design to get around those fireballs, keep that pressure up there, and exactly how I just love how Silent Scope just has his rhythm and precision with his hooligan combinations. I mean, it's not easy to do. For those of you trying to pick up Cammy, you can't just go in and flip and whip out that thing, because if the opponent sees it coming, the opponent will stamp it out. And also keep in
Absolutely.
mind that in Super Turbo, hooligan does not have the dive kick either.
Right.
So that makes it even more limited as well. But the patience of Frank Punches and being able to keep his cadence together and make clutch plays is what has taken him this far here. So this is going to be an awesome loser semifinal.
And what are we seeing here? We're seeing Frank playing a very aggressive Ryu right now. You know, that first half going right in on Cammy. There you go with the, the hooligan back throw there.
I love the side switch and being able to stay safe to block the Shoryuken there. Silent Scope steals the momentum in this round. He was down a significant life deficit, but once he lands that hooligan,
That's right.
you
Only
see that
two
he
of
really
them.
gets in rhythm.
Took those two command grabs there, all that damage.
And you're seeing more. If there's more, oh, did you see the
that's
timing on that
spinning
spinning knuckle?
Right on
It's
through.
not as invincible as it looks, but Silent Scope makes it look like it's Street Fighter 6, and I'm here for all of that. Silent Scope going up 1-0.
That's it. Great round, great game there. Great
That's
game
not
there
easy
for
to
Silent
do
Scope.
in that
Not
close
at all.
quarters either. Go
That's
lab
right.
that. Try it. It's hard.
Everything in Street Fighter 2 is extremely frame specific.
Absolutely.
From the simplest things, trying to do an uppercut, trying to do a fireball, to, zoning, timing, fantastic, stuff. Unbelievable amount of
I like how Frank
learning.
Punches is reading Silent Scope here, Kate, because like he committed at the beginning of the round to a fierce Shoryuken knowing that Silent Scope was going to take to the air to approach.
Right.
And that's good, because one of the things that really tickles the TeamKhris sweet
Ooh.
spot is punishing neutral jumps. I love when players do that stuff. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. And that was a really great round from Frank Punches to reset the tone here.
There you go.
Good reaction on the spinning knuckle there. You can't just throw that out safely. It's not like pass and go.
Okay, we're seeing the throws on the screen here. A little bit of command grab time. Spoiler arrow to close the distance.
Gets
And that
throw good.
is one thing that we really are seeing Silent Scope taking advantage of is Cammy's long legs. She has a great range. Like you were saying earlier, Chris, with that crouching medium kick, but just in general, her kicks, fantastic for reaching.
Yeah, and Silent Scope had a really good one planted in there, but the train just worked in the way of Frank Punches. The crowd feels that Scope got robbed there. The crowd feels that the CPS2 gods ruled in the opposite favor there, and gave that decisive exchange over to Frank Punches, who advances. So now it's 2-1 here in this loser's semifinal. This whole tournament is 3 out of 5. Remember, this game is too fast to be 2 out of 3.
That's right. Okay, that's it. Ryu in the corner there playing very solid, very solid ground game Ryu, but that last can spike there is going to clutch the rest of that damage, and Silent Scope gets that round.
Yeah, a lot of trades here, but if they continue to trade normals and moves here, it's gonna favor Silent Scope as long as it gets there. So Frank Punches needs to get that fireball game established. That was nice doing the light fireball to catch Cammy being over aggressive on those neutral jumps, catch him on the way down. The jump
That's
back,
right.
stumping the
Fantastic
hooligan.
stuff, yeah. Stopping the startup of that hooligan there. That back throw, though, tremendous amount of damage, and there you go again. Another back throw, bam.
I don't know what Silent Scope was trying to time and look for that, but nobody was up or ready to receive that spiral arrow there, which gives Frank Punches the free throw.
Uh-oh, Stunt City here. Cammy with the jump in.
Yeah, he's going to make him pay with that. Look at how much HP it did with that. Got a little bit of a neutral jump exchange there, and Silent Scope goes up 2-1. Yes, that is the score. 2-1 Silent Scope. We are confirming that score to everyone, making sure we got it correct. Okay. Evolution 2023 here. Silent Scope one fight away from meeting up with Makiri in a rematch of the winner's semifinals that we saw earlier.
There you go again with that back throw.
It's getting mad close here.
Strong jumping combo here.
Yeah, he
for
really
Ryu.
he really sinks that roundhouse in there deep. I mean, right through the chest area. And if you can get your jump in like as close to the belt or below the belt as you can, you got a little extra frame advantage and more combo ability.
Oh, and that is going to be it. Silent Scope gets the round there. That means that this is match point now for Silent Scope.
Carrie's got some tricky throws. I mean,
yeah.
And Silent Scope definitely take advantage of that. But that safe jump again. But this time Frank Punches was able to smuggle in
That's
a
right.
low medium punch.
Frank
in there.
Punches is saying, hey, no way there. Keeping the damage up on Cammy right now. Spinning knuckle.
Yeah,
Ryu still sitting on a great 90% health, and that back throw closes it out. We are tying it 1 round apiece.
Frank Punches with a great round there. Brilliant. Just good zoning and awareness there. And Silent Scope is actually really good at making a lot of his pressure very safe. How he's able to get just the tip of the move to hit.
Great
so he gets
crossover
the
there
most
for the
advantage.
uppercut.
Yeah, it's a good conversion. Gives Frank Punches a little bit of a life lead here.
There you go. Catches the startup again. The hooligan slide there.
Yeah, stops the slide, denying second base there.
Nice anti-air and keeping that pressure up with the fireballs. We really seeing Frank changing the pace of what he's doing. He's making Cammy be the aggressor and coming towards him. He's stopping all of the startups.
Yeah.
of what Cammy's trying to do.
I mean, he seems to have scoped in on a lot of the data from Silent Scope as well, and is able to awesomely react. We've seen him make hard reads throughout this tournament right here that have paid off and led us some hype moments that get the crowd cheering. So hopefully we're going to try to see if we're going to see more of that, because only one's going to make it out of this fight here.
That's right. Okay, a little bit of neutral jump over those fireballs.
Yeah, walk forward, low forward there. Again, that strategy stuffs all the walk speed as well. Cammy's walk speed is godlike in this game.
Oh, Getsy gets the jump in.
Responds with a hooligan, escapes the corner, and applies pressure.
Okay, a little bit of neutral, a little bit of a stare down there. Both supers are active and at 100% ready to go.
Ooh.
Okay, cross-up Tatsu there, and the super. Good blocking there for Silent Scope, but we are near that. Magic Pixel. Oh!
Caught him on the other side, but
so
does...
close. Oh, that is it. Command grab time. Bam! Unbelievably close. So that is round there for Silent Scope, sitting once again at match point.
One hell of a hooligan, Kate,
Yes.
to get there. But let's see how Frank Punches responds. I mean, this guy's got the cadence. He's got the ways. He's gonna try to guess which side, and he's on point with those anti-air
He
shoryukens.
does. And, you know, a little bit of that neutral play, a little out the window there, but back to the projectiles out on the ground.
Yeah, the three-piece does not connect for Silent Scope.
Get
He
an
tries to get the
interruption of
spinning
the
knuckle.
uppercut. That's
Yeah,
right.
and the spinning knuckle is able to be dragon punched here. Frank Punches responds here, and we're tied up at one round.
That's right.
That's it. One last round, 99 seconds. Only one makes it out.
That is it. Who is going to make it into that losers finals? Who will be heading home?
Silent Scope
Ooh.
seeing the urgency of the situation, gets a few low-medium kicks there, but got
Fantastic anti-air.
greedy with that hooligan, and Frank Punches is right there with a dragon one of his own. A little Shang Long to stand a chance.
Okay, Cammy down to about her last 20% of health right now. Ryu sitting on a super. Okay,
Oh, it's getting real
throwing our
close.
longest ranging normals out there, going for that forward throw. Cross up time.
And all it takes is
And
that.
the uppercut. The uppercut is going to take it very close games there for Silent Scope.
Yeah, Frank Punch is waiting for that moment there. You know, I mean, despite the fact that there's a lot of aggression and Super Turbo is like fast.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
right.
and I really appreciate the speed and how quick this fighting game is. You do see some patience there from Frank Punches. You see him ready there like a fighter in the hunt,
That's right.
just ready to close in on it, and
You
that
know,
was just brilliant for him to earn it
And
there.
one thing that we really did see was that in those last 2 rounds, he really changed the pace of the game. Initially, at the beginning of that last, final third round, we saw him start off with aggression. And then halfway through, he backed off again and was very projectile heavy. So here we can see this top 6 bracket, and we are right here at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Makiri versus Handsome Boys. Frank Punches.
Yeah,
Loser finals.
It's going to be another Ryu out of Ken showdown here. I mean, Makiri really putting Ken on the map, making it into what could be the top 3 here. And he has 2 Ryus in his way with Frank Punches and John Choi patiently waiting in the grand finals to see if he could be a champion of Alpha 2 as well as Super Turbo.
So here we're going to see Ken versus Ryu, best friends duking it out to see who is going to make it to finals at EVO 2023.
And this time after the stun, Makiti closes it out with that standing fierce into the Shoryuken. When you get dizzied, like that is a really good guaranteed combo that can really pour on the damage and guarantee some kills. So you don't want to get stunned by Ken. And oh, the deep reach of that light Shoryuken, whiff punishing that crouching fierce.
Oh, going for Sweep City here.
Yeah,
projectiles back on the screen.
Yeah, Frank Punches has that super. You got to watch it. Oh, no, he doesn't. But yeah. But that's good urgency because it was near, but Makiri, again, pushing the pace here, pushing the tempo, taking the first fight. You love to see it.
Okay, here we go. So that does mean Makiri has the first game on the board in this losers finals. First 3 out of 5, that is. Okay, trying to get that strong jump in.
And
keeping that pressure up.
Actually, Kate, these 2 gis are actually both from Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fight.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I just wanted to point that out as well. But Makiri's looking good here.
That's right.
He
Locked
can go up
Ryu
2-0.
down in the corner. Ryu couldn't even jump out. Kept him with the anti-air. But here we go again into the next round.
You want to avoid the throws. He's lucky he got that jump in with the fierce because he missed the cancel into that Tatsu. If you can get that jumping fierce to cancel directly into that Tatsu, it'll get you so close to stun.
Going for that forward throw. That's it.
Oh,
Continues it with the crouching short and the uppercut.
Yeah, 2 low shorts there. I know there's a special specific way to get those 2 low shorts to cancel into that super, and obviously Makiti put that technique to good use there to close it out and go up 2-0. But
what
Frank
are we
Punch is
seeing
gonna
here in the screen is that Mercury is playing extremely aggressively right now against Frank. He's going to have to try to figure out a way to slow down the pressure that Ken is doing right now. Try to keep it in the center of the screen.
Yeah, and he's missing on some of the opportunities there. You've seen some of the Shoryukens whip there, and Maki was able to mix up a little bit to make some missed opportunities there. This time Frank Punches gets that anti-air. And Frank has the super. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it soon.
That's right. Anything can happen here. Activation of the super and that chip damage and fireball damage is adding up. Both characters roughly same amount of life.
Yeah, and the thing is about Super Turbo is, given that it's a bullet hell fireball war here, it's very, that's going to chip it out. But it is possible to get that super meter back and then have another super in a clutch situation that you can use at your own discretion. So
going for the sweep for the hard knockdown.
So for Ryu, like, you don't really want to save that super. You want to use it so you can start building up that meter more.
That's
and
right.
You get multiple supers on the field.
You
Makiri here on match point.
And that's one thing, one thing we're seeing a little bit more jump-ins. You know, Ken with the aggression with the jump-ins here.
Ooh,
and the chip damage.
I aired him with that. And he wasn't even trying to jump to attack. He was jumping to get away. And he said, nope, I got to put you in the corner. I got to finish you off here. And we're going to keep you down, decked at the dock. Frank Punches is done. Makiri advances. And wow, Kate.
That's right.
It's grand finals.
That is it. This is.
Not only is it grand finals, we got Ryu versus Ken in the grand finals of EVO. This is a dream match here.
Fantastic.
And not only that, I love new Ken too. I love that they're using not the old iterations, but they're using the full iterations. Like Makiri's been using the super, the Tatsu, and the special kicks that Ken has, as well as the medium throw, which is that shenanigan with the knee bazooka. I think it's called bazooka knees. Correct me.
Oh, the bazooka knee. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's using all those in full, and I just love to see it that it comes to this grand final. Now John Choi over on the winner's side, sitting there on the floor, and he is ready to close this out. Now, another legendary thing that John Choi did, by the way, is for those of you who watched Capcom vs. SNK2, John Choi reset the bracket against Boss.
Oh, wow.
I know. Someone told me that at the blackjack table last night at like 3 in the morning, and I spit out my drink. I was like, no one has ever taken down a set against Boss. This guy said Boss to losers in CVS 2.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, did you know that? That's wild.
That's fantastic. Well, that's
we
right.
used to call, we called the grand finals against Boss the bonus stage.
Yeah, that's right. That was just last night. That was just last night too. Alpha 2, Boss ended up getting second place, and John came out as the victor, first place for Alpha 2. But here we are, grand finals at EVO 2023. John Choi sitting comfortably in the winners portion of this grand finals, and the losers, Makiri. You know, and this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Very interesting match here. You know, a run back from the winners finals that we just saw, you know, a couple minutes earlier.
Yeah, great one indeed. So John Choi on the winner's side. This time he's going to hold it, going up against Makiri. But yeah, what a crazy EVO, right? Boss resets a bracket on Choi in Alpha 2, and then Choi resets a bracket on Boss in CVS 2. Like, of course, the GOATs came through and held on their own in their own event, but to see that it came that close is just wild. Let's see if Makiri can follow in that pattern and get himself a bracket reset here to get you more Super Turbo action.
Okay, here we go. Now we're seeing Makiri playing roughly the same as he did against Frank Punches, which is, again, very aggressive, pushing forward and using a lot of the jump-ins, but the super is going to connect.
Yeah, because I think he was going for the knee bazooka there. I think he wanted to call out the throw attempt there and then with the wake-up super. So Choi Boy, despite Choi Boy having a significant life deficit, he was able to take that first round.
Okay, great jump in there. Damage adding up against John, going for that forward throw, and the uppercut is going to miss. And that is it. The standing fierce will close it out for Makiri. So that means we are tied 1 round apiece.
Yeah, 1 round apiece, getting the job done there. But don't count on Makiri, though. I like Makiri's aggression here.
That's right.
We're seeing some of the changes that makes a difference from winner's final as well. So hopefully we'll see this. And trust me, okay, I would love to see a bracket reset. And I've been doing commentary here at this Evo for like 12 hours, and I still want to see a bracket reset.
That's
So
absolutely
you know
right.
this is hype.
That's right. These games are very, very good. And we have full 100% resources on both sides right now. Okay, strong jump in once again. And that is it. One thing Makiri is very good at, knowing when it's safe to jump in and gets the confirm into that damage every time. He's been really doing well at that.
And just like when I DoorDash from Chipotle,
Yeah.
I always get those extra chips to get the kill. Makiri closes it out with the super here, the 1-0 lead. Oh, good anti-air by John Choi against a juice kick. He's using that crouching, the crouching roundhouse, the sweep, which serves as a really good anti-air in this game
Sound like
as
an
well.
apple juice kick or? Just joking.
You call that. I mean, I got that from James Chen, actually. He's the one who told me that it's called the juice kick. So
Very good,
a few
very
years
good.
ago at Texas Showdown. So I've been using that ever since.
It's cool.
I love that three-piece there, connecting with the medium punch after that jump in.
Well,
Oh,
one thing's
Makiri. Yeah, he doesn't get the super, but that gives him the knee
Oh,
anyway.
that's it. A little bit of side switch there, but that's it. Back throw, not putting up with any of that. And the fireball game is strong once again. Ken sitting on that magic pixel with 20 seconds left on the clock there.
Yeah, the super was not enough to get the chip kill, so he should have added some Pico de Gallo.
That's right, 10
over
seconds
to it,
left
but
on the clock, and the chip is now gone. John Choi closes it out, grabs that round.
standing his ground here. If he can get this win here, he's going to be two away from being the Super Turbo champion. Oh, Makiri, knee bazooka gets a safe jump afterward. Good blocking there by Choi Boy, but it just leads to another medium knees to the gut. Makiri has been very good at setting the tone here, setting the pace here, just doing an excellent job and keeping himself safe.
Okay, super now on deck for Ken, and that is it. The back roll is going to close it out.
That's a good throw. Good throw there. Now, can Makiri go up 2-0 against Choi Boy and get that bracket reset?
Okay, we're seeing walking forward now. A strong ground game from Makiri. You know, initially we were seeing projectiles into jumps. Now we're seeing a lot of ground walking movement there.
And I love watching the exchange of whipping pokes at each other. It just looks like just a stare down of two masters there.
Ooh.
And Choi Boy with the anti-air gives himself the first point.
Fantastic stuff. The trade works for John's favor, and that does mean it is John Choi 1 and Makiri, who is in losers, would need the reset 1.
Man, imagine being in John Choi's boots. I mean, I can't because my feet will fall asleep sitting on the floor. I'm a big dude. So, meanwhile, this is just a great grand final set. The fireball pressure on point there, but Makiri trying to find his entrance. Perfectly timed, spaced, and executed juice kick to get Choi Boy in the corner there. Great uppercut through the fireball there, using his anti-projectile properties. Trades with the jump in against the fireball. Now we're both on super. What are we going to see here?
That's right. You know, and great stuff, too, with the uppercuts and with the neutral jumps after those projectiles. John's walking up, doing a sweep to get that damage as Ken is landing because he's negative.
If Makiri gets this round, I got to really point out what's the MVP here. Oh, doesn't get it, but one thing I like what Makiri's doing here is having that situational awareness to know that the super Hadouken from Ryu will not chip kill. And then understanding that is where he can just block it and continue to take his offense, and he almost took that last round there. But Choi is coming into a bullet hell. It's coming heavy. The reds and the blues, all type of sauces, toppings that you can deliver.
That's right. Now, John's making sure that he's at a certain range so that Ken, if he would have jumped out, would get anti-eared, but that is it. We're going to go right around that super and chasing John down, cross up Tatsu.
Two light hurricanes, the bazooka, isn't enough. Yes, he got it.
Bam. That means Makiri with 2, John with 1. Makiri would need one more game to access the reset.
Man, and those were the chips from the bottom of the bag, Kate, because you know they're extra salty.
That's right. They might be a little stale, too. Okay,
no,
strong
Chipotle makes them fresh. Don't you know that?
They do.
They do. I've never had bad chips at Chipotle. They're godlike.
I'm just teasing. Very strong fireball game. Ken down to his last 5% health.
Oh, there we go. Gets a low short there. Had the super on deck to connect, but it's a really high execution move to get that.
Okay, now Ken's sitting on a super meter here and working his way over, but that is it. The crouching strong, going to close it out there. That does mean John gets the round. That is going to be 2 John Choi versus to a Makiti, but he would need a reset.
Yeah, that's a special heads-up play from John Choi, knowing exactly where that hurricane kick will land, and then being able to stuff it with that low forward. You love to see that.
Yes.
And now John just needs one win here.
That's right.
For the legend, who already has his name on the wall of champions.
Yes.
To come in as a two-time winner of the Community Showcase, and he gets the brag that he sent Boss to losers in CVS too.
That's right.
Seriously, that's a flex.
Okay, a lot of active pressure here for Ken. John acting like a wall, keeping Ken out. A little bit of chip damage there.
Yeah, Makiti not afraid to stand and block it, but now he's got 0 HP.
Oh,
He
boy,
needed
was
that
that
hurricane.
smooth.
He needed that Shoryuken to dodge that fireball with his life, Kate. It's getting closer. The Tatsu after the neutral jump just to edge those light fireballs.
That's right, and we have 15 seconds left on the clock.
Baby.
Unbelievable stuff. The chip out with the super. That means Makiti only needs one more game to get the reset.
And that's the thing. Choi is trying to get the chip kill with the Shinku Hadouken, not happening. But every time Makiti goes for the chips, he gets it all the way.
He does.
And then he connects with that deep dragon punch there. Bazooka knees in the corner. This looks hard.
That's right. Dangerous spot here for John to be in right now. And the wake-up uppercut. Unbelievable stuff.
You are not going to pressure me with that low forward in the fireball. I'm going to take it, and we are in the final fight of this first set in the grand finals. Is Choi going to take it home, or is Makiti's Ken going to go the distance to reset the bracket and really show off how nice this lime green new Ken is? Makiti asking himself here as he pushes his way out of the corner. Am I enough? Can I do it to get that reset?
That's right. Oh, very good. Getting in with the jumping medium kick there.
Yeah, big sweep takes the throw. Oh, doesn't get all the Shinku Hadouken. And that's been the story of this matchup here, is how Makiri's been able to withstand Choi Boy's flurry of the best super in the game and continue to keep going and keep moving.
That's
Not how hard you can hit, how hard you can get hit and keep pushing your way to the grand finals reset.
That's right. And with 7 seconds left on the board here, 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Oh,
With
my
a second
goodness.
left, reset point, baby!
Unbelievable stuff. So we are sitting, that's right, on match point here for a reset. Okay, strong ground game pressure. Walking up with the sweep.
Oh, this looks incredible. I mean, like, the way, the mastery between these characters, it almost looks AI generated, how they're working around each other's moves. But no, these are human beings.
That's right.
Who are the best Super Turbo players in the world. Now, John Choi just needs one hit away from tournament point, from Evo point.
That's right. He's playing extremely cautious right now. He's staying the best distance away, so in case Ken would do an air tatsu, he can easily anti-air that. You know, great stuff there, great spacing, timing.
For sure, he's setting himself up for success there, Kate.
That's right.
Now it could go either way. We could get another set or we could end this right now. It depends on what's going to happen with this exchange. Makiti gets the sweep, pushes Choi to the corner.
Okay, John.
Ooh,
Nice stuff
what
with
an
the anti-air
anti-air.
for the uppercut. And Ken, a little bit of trouble right there, and down to his last 5% of health right now. The chip damage might be real at this point.
It's getting real close. 40 seconds left
Oh,
here.
a little bit of
the
trade, and that's going to be
exchange!
it. Congratulations, John Choi. That is going to be his second big win here for EVO 2023. Our winner for Super Turbo, John Choi. Fantastic stuff. And Alpha 2.
Yeah.
Alpha 2 and Super Turbo.
Yeah, taking away those two victories there, showing that the legend still has it. That the OG name, even whose greatness goes before Evo,
Yes.
when he's won tournaments, when it was Battle on the Bay along there. But John Choi showing a very strong performance here in the Community Showcase, because this is the talent that we want to see do this type of work. And what an amazing grand final set that was. Makiri coming so close to getting that grand finals reset. But he's Ken up and by heart, but not enough to reset the bracket and send Choi to losers. Choi takes it on the winner's side, and let's go through this amazing stacked bracket of these top 8 survivors of this 82-man Super Turbo bloodbath.
That's right, 82 extremely competent Super Turbo players showed up here in Las Vegas for EVO 2023. The winner being Choi, in a close second there, Makiti with Ken. Fantastic stuff, and a great, very great tournament there. You know, shout outs to Vampire Arcadia for throwing this and having it with us. Shout outs to the community for this community game.
I'll do anything for this community.
Here.
You know, I love this community. And I just love that we were able to put on tournaments like this, put on a show like this, and give you guys such high-level performance of classic greatness redefined for the new era in 2023. I mean, the EVO Community Showcase has been nothing but a success for this year of both the legacy talent as well as those new faces who are continuing to make a difference in these legacy games and pursuing the mountain of greatness.
And if you are interested in playing these games at home, you can download Fightcade and join Super Lore Boys. Join Riz1 on Discord and Super Lore Boys. Vodka Globalski, you know, two fantastic, very strong members of the Super Turbo community. In addition to, on Street Fighter 6, you can join into the online arcade, and they have refreshing classic games. You can play Alpha 2, you can play Super Turbo, and they have an unbelievable leaderboard on there. You don't play people against each other, but you're playing the PC for the points.
Yeah, and that's
very cool.
I mean, there is a big community for Street Fighter being played that way, which is awesome as well. Also, don't count out Super Turbo is also available on the Capcom Arcade Stadium as well.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good port of the game that I've had my hands on.
And the collection
as well. And really, I mean, like, look. Find some of the old ancient texts as well. I recommend Maj's Handbook of Footsies, because that is written for Super Turbo. Like, that is specifically for how to maneuver and move around and play the right way in Super Turbo. So make sure you want to read that as well. Let's go through some other people at the bracket. I know the handsome boys are very proud of their very own Frank Punches getting third place with an amazing performance as well. I mean, making it all the way into the losers final. And then also in fourth place, Silent Scope, who not only is a great player, but does fantastic things for the communities in terms of organizing, making guides, streaming, and really putting together streams for others and helping others. He's a great face in the community who makes other players and members of the community even better. And you've got to tip his hat, not just for his performance as a player, but truly what he does for this scene.
Embracing.
Yes. And on the other side of the top six, we had two very good, very strong, dominant local talents in both Enforcer and Climax, who are some bona fide Midwestern killers. I mean, tried and true, put on amazing performances. Enforcer with that set with Frank Punches, and also Climax taking Silent Scope all the way to the limits from coast to coast to get the job done. This was an incredible top six, really to represent an overall incredible 82?
Yes,
82 person bracket.
82 competitors,
baby.
yes.
So,
fantastic.
you know, I'm proud of that. I mean, this bracket was so stacked and tough that if this was a Chipotle, they'd have to wrap that burrito twice.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's still going to break off into the bowl. But with that said, just an awesome, I love being a part of this. This is just one of my favorite games to commentate, and my favorite to see, like, up-and-coming players as well as the legends really showcasing excellence in this. So it was an honor and a pleasure taking it on, doing the community showcase. And also, I mean, even in people in the crowd watching that we gathered, built the hype around, just great stuff all around. And it's just so great being a part and having these legacy games on display on this main stage with excellence for you, the community, to enjoy.
That's right. We hope this was a wonderful time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. The top 6 of the main stage games are going to be tomorrow on EVO streams. If you guys are here physically, that will be in the Mandalay Bay Arena. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we are going to see you guys next time.
Looking forward to it. Be sure to follow Cujo Kate on Twitch. Stick around for more TeamKhris adventures. Much love, EVO Community Showcase. See you around.
All right, guys, this is Ailers from Vampire Arcadia. Just to